Hey y'all, this is Brita for the Happier Attorney, and welcome to Talk Tuesday, where I just put a short video out there for those attorneys who are interested in flat fees or mindset or both. And today we are going to be talking about decisions and the importance of actually making a decision. And you will hear with prospective clients, and I hear it with attorneys, the phrase, let me think about it. And I get it. I totally get it. People, especially, big decisions, people need to mull it over a little bit. They need to think about it, maybe sleep on it. Totally get that. That's a good thing. What isn't a good thing, and we attorneys we fall into this a lot. We overthink it. We overthink things. Tell me I'm wrong. And what that does is it delays decisions. And it makes us feel better, like, oh, I don't have to make, if we're being honest with ourselves, oh, I don't have to make a decision. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I'm considering all my options, right? What you're actually doing, though, is overcomplicating it. And when you don't make a decision, you're actually making a decision, but you're making a decision from a very weak position. You're deciding not to do anything, but you're lying to yourself and tricking yourself and saying you're still considering it. You're still thinking about it. Meanwhile, life is going on. And you've made the decision to not do anything. But it's not from a position of strength. It's not from a position of, nope, you know what? I looked at my options and I decided no. And that really hurts us. And so when I look at prospective clients and attorneys who want to work with me, whatever, the prospective clients generally, they come to us with a problem. They're there because they want to solve the problem generally, or prevent a problem in the future. Now, if they don't do something, that problem's not going away. If they could have solved it on their own, they would have solved it on their own by now. But a lot of times, they don't want to pay the price to solve the problem. They don't want to pay the actual price or the perceived price, whatever. And so they say, well, let me think about it. And sometimes that's the polite no. But make no mistake, the problem is still there. And the problem generally doesn't just go away or get better over time. It generally gets worse. And so our job is to help them see that delaying making a decision is actually making a decision, but it's the bad decision. It's a dangerous decision. And you can do that politely. And you can, when people say, let me think about it, of course, just know that, there's a time frame here. And if the answer is no, that's fine. You're not hurting my feelings. But then you have to look at, how are you going to solve the problem that you came into my office to solve? If it's not with me, how are you going to solve that? It's not going to go away on your own. And just to try and be clear with people, to get them to be clear that this problem is not going to go away. And then sometimes it helps them to remind them that, there's not going to be a perfect solution here. There's not going to be a decision that doesn't involve some risk. There's not. So they need to decide whether or not the goal, what they want, is worth the risk involved, which there's always going to be risk involved. And if it is, then let that go. Stop worrying about it. Like Amelia Earhart said, decide whether or not the goal is worth the risks involved. If it is, stop worrying. And if it isn't, then you're probably not going forward anyway. Okay. So you can help your clients get to there. And if it's a no, that's fine. But them thinking about it and going on about it is total wasted energy. Total wasted energy. And so you can't force somebody to, as I say, as my daddy used to say, shit or get off the pot. But you can remind them that The indecision is a huge energy vampire, and they're gonna feel so much better, even if the answer is no, just to have made that decision and then they can move on. But again, if they say no, then they're left with why they came into your office in the first place. It's just like attorneys who come to see me. They come to see me because something is wrong. Their practice isn't working. Their personal life isn't working. They are not happy. Well, here's my solution, and it's worked for all these other people. It's worked for me. It's worked for hundreds of other attorneys. And if you say no because of the risk involved, that's fine, but you're still tomorrow going back to that same office with the same problems. So then what's your solution? So you can not be quite that flip with your prospective clients, but remind them why they're in your office to begin with. And there's no solution without risk. There's just not. We all want shortcuts in life, and that's not how it works. So it's just not how it works. So you can remind your clients and subtly be nudging them to make a decision. And it might be yes, it might be no, it might not, it might be not now, but 6 months from now, a year from now, or whatever. And also remind them that there's not going to be a perfect time. There might be better times. I mean, there are times that are clearly bad, they're overloaded, whatever, but there's not going to be a perfect time. There's not going to be a great time. There's not. There's not going to be ever this bonus check that says, "Oh, here's a bonus check to do your estate plan." That's not going to happen. So, might as well just bite the bullet and get it done. Whatever the case, whatever they're in your office for. So, that's today on decision making, and that you can use in your own life and help your clients get through the decision making so that they can just move on with their lives, either with you or without, whatever, but they're not constantly mulling it over. So take care, y'all. And if you've gotten any value out of this, please like, subscribe, comment, all of the things. Take care.